According to scripture, the promised land was inhabited by Canaanite tribes, who are the children of Ham or Cam. According to the biblical tradition, Ham is the progenitor of the dark races of Egyptians, which is Mizraim in Hebrew, Ethiopians, which is Cush, Libyans, the Puthites, and Canaanites. Salama Bena Zulu Bena Kongo. The biblical Canaanites were not a single nation but a collection of city-states and related people, including Phoenicians, Amorites, Hittites, Jebusites, Hivites, Perizzites, and others mentioned in the Bible. They spoke a Semitic language or Semitic languages closely related to ancient Hebrew and Phoenician. The language of Yehuda in the Old Testament is referred to as the language or tongue of Canaan, and as Yehudit in the Hebrew. In 2 Kings 18 verse 26, the Greek word for Yehudit in the Septuagint is Eudaisti or Eudaisti. The suffixal T in Yehudit or Eudaisti is used to denote language. The T can be read in the Bantu languages as a prefix T, Shi, Ki, Lu, etc. We consider this observation relevant insofar as Paleo-Hebrew is a language genetically related to the Bantu language. These languages, which were spoken precisely in the region of the Great Lakes and today in Central Africa, the suffixal T indicate the form of the feminine. It is not silent but becomes the prefix Ki in the Congo Bantu language. Thus, the literal vocalization of Yehudit offers KiYunde or KiHunde. Hunde and Yahunde about places and a tribe in Central Africa. Language is given to us by our God, Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, Ya Kongo, Ama Kongo. Taught by our mothers, spoken by our Kanda, which is the clan and the people. As we can see here in the Jews language, we see in the Hebrew Yehudit. Yes, as said earlier, this gives us KiYunde or KiHunde, KiHunde in the Bantu language. This is a quotation from the Jewish Encyclopedia. The Hebrew language might be appropriately called the Israelites dialect of Canaanite, a branch of the Semitic languages. Another quotation, and it is from the book The Hebrew Heritage of Black Africa. Alfred Louis Gruber, professor of anthropology at the University of California, notes that some scholars find similarity between the Sumerian of early Babylonian and modern African languages. This observation lends some credence to the more specific findings that the dialect of Abraham's family and the Israelite was of African origin. Okay, remember, the Hebrew language was considered a Canaanite dialect, okay? A Canaanite dialect, which the Hebrews or the Israelites spoke, which is an African language. And the dialect, as we are told by Stephen Jacobs, of Abraham's family was of African origin. So we cannot dismiss the Africanness or the African roots and origin of the Hebrew language. It's another quotation. It is natural and scriptural that the posterity of great men be called after their father, down to the last generation. The Hebrews are called after Eber, the great father, from whom all the Hebrews descend. The Israelites are called after their great father Israel. The Jews are descended from Judah, the great father, and are called after him in Africa and Asia. That is another quotation taken from the book Histoire de Luango Kakongo from 1777 by Abbe Proyard, a French missionary. Abbe Proyard points out that the language of the people of the Congo district possesses a strong connection with ancient tongues as Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And in considering the richness and beauty of the language, the missionaries suspect that it was formerly written. He further writes, there are also found in the language of the Negro Africans many words pretty much resembling Hebrew words, and which have the same signification.